One of the most important and hardest aspects of finding a job out of college is finding a job that is a good fit for you. As a wine and vin major aspiring to be a winemaker, this is especially important. Choosing the wrong winery to work for can set you back years in terms of your career. Luckily, this can be avoided by employing simple human resource management techniques. A SWOT analysis is a great HRM technique to determine the viability of a company and its fit for you, and to ensure it is the best place to advance your career. Companies generally do this analysis, but understanding how it works can save you time that would have been wasted on applications, interviews, and time spent in an unwanted job. SWOT stands for Strengths, Weaknesses, Opportunities, and Threats. Strengths and weaknesses refer to the internal strengths and weaknesses of a company. For example, if a winery has a lab on site, this would be considered a strength. On the other hand, if the winery had to outsource all of their lab work, that would be considered a weakness. Opportunities and threats are external to the company. For example, if the winery were located in an area where they do not have a lot of local competition, this would be considered an opportunity. Alternatively, if they do not have a lot of local competition because the area is poor for production, this would be considered a threat. Identifying all four of these aspects in a company will be extremely beneficial in securing a job that makes you happy right out of college.
That you're looking for a way to narrow down your career search. Look no further because ONET, also known as Occupational Information Center, is here to help. It offers vital tools in order to efficiently and accurately evaluate your career choices. As a wine and viticulture student, you probably want to do something related to your major. By simply searching wine and viticulture in the search bar on onetonline.org, many job results will come up. If you're thinking about becoming a teacher, then you could click on Agricultural Sciences Teachers to review the necessary credentials and prospective pay for that field. As a teacher, you will probably need a few more years of school in order to land a job, but luckily, it has a relatively high median wage of $90,780 annually, but only 2,900 projected job openings in the next 10 years. If becoming a teacher seems like it's too much work or it's too difficult to land a job, then you may decide that you want to become a farm and ranch manager. The median wage for this position is $64,170 annually, with 158,400 prospective job openings in the next 10 years. Although the pay is much less than a teaching position, there are many more projected job openings with fewer educational requirements. You may also think about becoming a soil and plant scientist, so that you can help create the very best grapes for your wine. 15% of respondents in that field had a bachelor's degree, 20%, 26% a master's, 44% doctorals, respectively. Had a median salary of $60,050 annually and $7,300 projected job openings in the next 10 years. ONET offers other important information such as daily tasks, skills, work context, work values, and so on for every listed career choice. I hope that this tool can help you better understand the careers in your field and hopefully help you find a career that you want.
Now that you have a good idea about what a potential harvest internship will be like, I'll help you prepare for the most stressful part of the process, the interview. If you haven't reached out to your internship advisor, Adrienne, I definitely encourage you to do so. She's extremely knowledgeable about all potential employers in the area and can help find the best match for you. Don't be afraid to ask her any questions you might have in mind. We've learned that it's best to flat out be honest if there's something you're uncertain about. Another extremely important resource to utilize is the WineVit Internship Mixer. This is a great casual way to meet a large number of winemakers and owners who are looking for interns. The best part about the event is that you won't be alone, and you'll have plenty of opportunities to hand your resume out to potential employers. It's also a chance for you to make a great first impression on people in the industry. After you've attended the mixer and hopefully lined up a one-on-one interview with an employer, it's best to start preparing for it. The first step is to thoroughly research the organization, which in this case would be a winery. It's a good idea to have knowledge about the history of the winery, winemaker, the varietals they offer, and possibly even briefly look over the mission statement. Also, it's best to go over a mock interview in your head in order to be prepared for any questions you might be asked. I've learned through my own personal experience that if you go into an interview prepared, you'll be much more relaxed and it will reflect positively on your character. Lastly, use what you've learned in your classes. There's something that some interviewers use to test a potential employee, and it's called a performance simulation test. These tests are where you are asked to perform a task that you will likely be expected to do as part of your job. A close friend of mine was once asked to titrate an acid in order to see if she was capable of working in the company's lab. So the key is to remain calm, confident, and don't be afraid to be honest if you genuinely are unsure of how to perform the task. The employer will appreciate your honesty. Good luck.
As you're doing your internship, one great trip to try is to get a mentor. This is relevant to me because the next 3 years of my career as a rural land appraiser will be done under mentorship. So far, working as an intern under the direct control of the owner, I personally have been able to learn things much faster than trying to gain experience myself. During my time, my mentor has guided me to aid my growth as an appraiser. One disadvantage the book explains is the habit or old tendencies to get ingrained and not allow for change. But with my mentor, leaving the more structured firm to start her own, I've been able to add my own opinion on how things can be done. She is even encouraging me to try and find better ways to do things.
Great, you've officially been hired. A new obstacle that you now face is socialization or onboarding, which refers to the process of adapting to a new job and new organizational environment. Basically, the move from being an outsider to an insider. Several assumptions underlie the process of socialization. 1. Socialization strongly influences employee performance and organizational stability. 2. New members suffer from anxiety. 3. Socialization needs to be consistent with the organization's culture. And 4. Individuals adjust to new situations in remarkably similar ways. From my own personal experience of socialization through my harvest internship, it was important to get along with my coworkers, the winemaker and his brother-in-law. As I began to realize through my college experience I am a minority in the wine industry, it definitely gives me anxiety, and it still does. But I push myself to stay open-minded and immerse myself into the culture despite how different it is from mine or what I'm used to. Working 6 days a week, 14 hours a day, producing a total of 30,000 cases of wine with only 2 other people, it was imperative to work well and efficiently. Luckily, the winery made me feel like family. It helped me enjoy my new environment and work my way to being the best intern that they've had, and eventually hired to work in the tasting room.